Number 346 in the Masters of Cinema series is 1943's The Devil's Hand, otherwise known as Carnival of Sinners. And it starts off with a kind of tropey moment, one of my favourite things that I really enjoy in films, where a man walks into a bar and tells a tale that should never be told.
C'est une histoire tellement invraisemblable. Et avec les comptes du notaire, cher monsieur, nous avons l'habitude.
What we have here is Roland Brissot, an artist, a struggling artist at the start, who acquires a mysterious severed hand that promises success, wealth, and love. Simple. At first, it delivers everything he desires. His career flourishes. He marries the woman that he has been chasing. His life transforms. But nothing's that simple, is it? And there is a condition. The hand must always be sold for less than what it was bought for. And if you fail to pass it on in time, your soul is forfeit. Great. I mean, you just know the exact movie that you're getting here. And I love the fact that we see this man in such anguish and twisted at the start of the film. And then we hear his full story. I love the fact that the lore around the hand, how he meets someone that sees that he's at his lowest, who uses him to pass on this object. This idea of building a chain where you can just push the problem down the road and never have to deal with the consequences to it is a really kind of wonderful idea.
La main peut tout, monsieur. La peinture, la musique. Pour le musicien, monsieur, les doigts incomparables. Et pour les peintres? Prenez là. Il faut référer la Joconde, encore plus belle.
There is a certain tone and style in this film as well that is both simplistic and highly effective. It lets these sequences plays out. It has this wonderful way of staging a scene and allowing other things to grow into it. There's a moment where our character is at a table talking with someone, and as the lighting changes, you realise there's a big shadow of a devilish hand floating over the table. And it's just these little touches that elevate the film. It is almost at its heart a melodrama. We're following this kind of romance. We're following this man who's trying to make the best of his life. There just so happens to be supernatural leanings there as well.
Heureusement, un soir il est venu une pauvre diable de peintre qui a fait des peines et des cœurs.
Pierre Fresnay plays Roland, who is a character at the start who's almost desperate, and he'll end up desperate, but just in a different way, for success, for love, to break through, to have his art mean something. He's almost treading water. When he gets the hand, you see him slowly become enthused, successful, before that desperation slips back in. He's a man realising too late what he's done, who taken the short path, who didn't work hard enough, who didn't find the right avenues. It's one of those easy thematics to really get behind. You know, the cost of desire. Are you willing to work for what you get, or will you take the shortcut and take everything that comes with it?
Vous avez peint cette nuit?
Moi?
Dame,
Ah oui.
c'est curieux.
I like the idea as well of the hand that's always there, but it's never really front and centre. It's in a wrapped box most of the movie, and it doesn't force anything. It doesn't do anything crazy out of the normal supernatural. It just shows temptation, and the person makes the decision whether they're going to go for it or not. The evil is not within the hand, it's within the person making that choice or decision. There's a moment later on in the film where we meet everybody who previously had the hand, and it feels almost like a little anthology in the middle of this film, as they each tell their story of how they got it, the pattern it follows, and then ultimately how they passed it on. And through these several people, you kind of get to an idea of how to conclude this wonderful situation. The one thing I haven't spoke about, and the one thing that is just absolutely wonderful, is the devil. The devil turns up. He convinces, He cajoles. He looks like an everyday kind of gentleman. He's got a bowler hat, he's got a suit, he turns up and he just chit-chats. He's unassuming, but that's the way the devil would be. And there's this wonderful performance as he just arrives, makes things a little bit worse for everybody, and then gleefully skips away. And it's a wonderful performance again. It's a wonderful conceit to have this character actually there interacting with our character, teasing him, egging him on, but never forcing his hand, mostly. But yeah, it's a great turn and a great addition to the film.
Le diable n'est pas toujours à la porte d'un pauvre homme. C'est impossible. Oui, tout est possible.
The Devil's Hand is a story that you feel familiar with, and it doesn't feel overtrite. It doesn't feel like something you've seen way too many times. You just kind of know the film that you're going to get, but it delivers it with wonderful characters, with wonderful situations, an expert hand of the director who kind of pulls back and allows the film to shine on its own. There's nothing flashy here, but there are such subtle touches that are just wonderful, that just make you sit up and pay attention, whether it be the smallest moment or a large grandiose shot. There is even playful moments with characters throughout the film. There is a moment where when our character meets someone who is going to sell the hand, we don't know if he's only got one hand or not, and the camera plays with the character in the situation before showing us the answer to that, but just the way that it's never mentioned within the scene, but it's all over the scene, just shows the kind of deftness and directness that the director has here. Loved it. Let's dive into the disc and have a look at the extras. Here we are in the disc for The Devil's Hand. We have the film with the original French mono, with an audio commentary by James Oliver, The Devil's in the Details, Fantastic French Cinema Under Occupation, video essay by Sam Dean. This runs for 18 minutes 31 seconds and is all about the sort of political climate, France being under war and trying to create, and how a lot of the films came about at that time, how they subverted certain expectations or limitations that were put upon them. Continental French Cinema in the Devil's Hand is 46 minutes 8 seconds and again is all about continental films and their production during occupied times. There is also a 20-page booklet that comes with this release that has an essay inside it that is a really quick and enjoyable read. And that's the extras for The Devil's Hand. There we have it. The Devil's Hand was something that I was really looking forward to arriving, and I loved it. It is haunting, it's elegant, it's a supernatural fable that I can see myself going back to many times. It's all about bargains that you can't escape and the quiet realisation of the actual cost. I thoroughly recommend this one. I think it was a terrific release. I think it's a great film, and it's one that is really appeals to my sensibilities and something I can see myself going back to. I'd love to know your thoughts on The Devil's Hand, Carnival of Sinners. Let me know in the comment box below whether you love it, hate it, or fall somewhere in the middle. As always, there's more content up here. You can see more of my stuff. In the description box below are links to Patreon, membership program, manvfilm.com. Always how much you can support me. Thanks for watching. We'll see you next time.